Hey Aries, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for December 10th, 2024. This is for Aries. Last shuffle for Aries here. All right, Aries, what we have here, Ascendant Masters and Transformation is not even a joke. I think you're changing on a fundamental level, deeply changing. There's something that you may be releasing or needing to release here. You need to understand that you are completely supported by Spirit, 100%. Um, Well, I mean, this is deep, and because it talks so much about how you may have been stuck in a space where you know how someone we get put in a box as a kid, right? Although children is not childhood is not highlighted here, which it might be because they're showing me a child and they're showing me how, like, when we're kids we get put in a box, right? We get put in a box by other people in the family. They, maybe one day you make something and now you are the artist of the family. Maybe one day you pick up an instrument and everyone just goes, oh, Aries is the musician of the family. Maybe you make a poem and now you are the poet of the family, and that may have been what shaped a person throughout their life. And that happens to quite a few of us, right? Especially depending on your culture. I know, um, in mine, that would be something. I wasn't. I wouldn't just put up with or accept some certain things. I questioned everything, so I was called like Scully. From X Files. I was always called Scully because I wouldn't just accept what they told me. I'd be like, well, I need proof, I need evidence, and such, right? But then that turned into, you'd be a great lawyer. So then I was the person that everyone considered to be the great debater, but it wasn't necessarily that. I needed, you know what I mean? If you're going to tell me something, that you need to back it up. And so, and I was like that, and I have heavy Aries in my chart, and my big three, it's heavy. So I'm just throwing that out here because they're talking about you changing, and you mostly changing based on what you know to be true about yourself, rather than cha- um, being whatever you were put in a box in, and just accepting as like, well, I did spend a lot of time doing this, so if that's what my reputation is, and then so be it. Ascendant Masters with the Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and Three of Cups. This tells me that a lot of your beliefs were shaped by other people and what they had to say about you. And they may have said it with such conviction. And of course, if you are younger and they're older and they're seeing certain things within a person, you would accept what they say. And that's part of the reason why childhood came up for me, is like, yeah, of course, if they said something and they said it with this kind of they were just so determined, yes, you are this way, you would automatically kind of take that in, especially if you're quite young and impressionable. So the transformation with the Queen of Wands and Death is saying that I am different, I'm changing. Transformation with Death is crazy because that death is a transformation, but they're speaking a lot about how the relationships between you and others are about to get deeper, and that love will conquer and transform all things, and that if the Spirit doesn't want you to be afraid to be who you truly are, that you will be loved and accepted just as you are. Even if you were to say, listen, y'all, I get that y'all think I'm gonna be a doctor, but that's not what I want to be. Okay, I'm a trapeze artist, and that's what I've always been. That's what I've always wanted to do. There's something about you needing to do things from the soul and understanding that you're here for a purpose, right? And learning and realizing what matters to you. And a lot of times when that comes up, that kind of energy comes up, that tells me that there's something about you that impacts other people. So once you're in your purpose, you are propelling others to be, to exist in their purpose. And so I'm seeing that the universe is supporting you in every way, which means that everyone around you is going to accept and love who you truly are, and that things will finally balance out. If you felt like things were unjust, unfair, all of a sudden, the more that you are authentic, right, and the more that you're focusing on what matters to you and what means something to you, then things fall into place. Things balance out. They're showing the numbers. The angel number is 999, and that is typically a number that represents like releasing something, usually. So for some of you, your success and your wealth have been tied up in being whatever the heck was told that you were. And so perhaps you have been doing something like saying, oh, say, okay, they told you that you're an amazing organizer. Therefore, now you are organizing other people's finances, but you are seeing that your finances aren't building as much as the people you're counting for, right? Maybe you're an accountant or whatever the heck it is, right? All of a sudden, as you are true to yourself, your financial your financial situation explodes. And they're showing that you need to invest more in what you know to be true about yourself. They're giving off a moon energy, which is like representing your soul. And so that's something here where it's like there's a soul urge. You might want to look into your numerology, look into your soul urge number. You might want to see where it is that you fall in this, or where the moon is on your chart. What is represented by that in your chart? They're showing that your current circumstances are ending, right? And that would be represented by death here. That you need to, so that you may take advantage of better things. And because whatever it is that you've been dealing or doing may have had a lot to do with, like I said, people telling you, Aries, you're so good at that. That's who you are now, right? You're so caring. You're a teacher. You're just like, I never wanted to be a teacher, but I guess I have to be one now because everyone thinks I'm a teacher. Um, you're experiencing a very significant change, or some kind of conclusion to a certain lifestyle, maybe even connections. There's certain connections. There's certain things that are ending within those connections, and building into something better. They're showing that you are needing to at least view your life in a series of cycles or chapters, that like looking at things going, okay, from chapter one, chapter one has been birth through 12 or something like that, and just kind of look at things. It doesn't have to be that specific number, but you may want to look at things in maybe 3-year intervals, or something 13-year intervals, or 9-year intervals, and just see where you are and what has been going down. How can you make room for something else is the question. How can you make room for something new? It's time to transform and change, right? The professional assistance with 6 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, a lot of times with this energy, this is speaking about, like I said, this is from your past. Now I see childhood here. People that have been trying to help you or see something, they're familiar with you, they're telling you, they're basing things off of what they know to be true about you, or what they want to see out of you. You know how a family will do that. They'll say, well, we want you to be successful, and we think that you're just really good at this, therefore we are pushing this agenda onto you, meaning well, right? But they're putting you in a box, and maybe that is not your purpose. And so just because you're good at something, I want to throw out there, because I hear that so much, and I hesitate to do that to any child. Just because you're good at something, although we've all done it. I've done it before. I've actually said things and then later on kicked myself. Like, why did I just put a child in a box to tell them, you're so great at this, so you must want to be a da 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 da. And they're just like, they may never have wanted to do that, but you just pressed upon them an idea. But this would tell me that this they are willing and open to change, right? But they want to see your life transform or become better. So this is what this is where they don't know any better. They don't know you like you know your soul. You are living it, right? You are living with it. You are embodied, of whatever, or of who you are. So there's something here about people just really trying to help, and that's truly all that this is, right? A milestone with the moon and 3 of Pentacles. Now the moon comes out. A milestone is telling me that now you may realize who you really want to be and what you really want to invest your time into for the rest or duration of your future. They're saying that you're so protected. I keep seeing the Hamza symbol, and I know I'm maybe mispronouncing Hamza symbol. And this talks a lot about protection. It talks about strength and how much power you have within you. The transformation power is ridiculous. Okay. You don't have to be whatever everyone else thinks you are. You don't even have to be what you've been doing this whole time. Some of you may have been in a profession or doing something or pursuing something, maybe have maybe known to do something or be something, and you don't have to continue to be that. You can change right now, right? You could be like, look, I was a whatever, working in the coal mine forever. Everyone knows me as that person. I could now stop doing what I'm doing and become a surgeon. You could be whatever the heck you want to be. And so Spirit wants you to understand that, and to cater to what your soul is screaming out. It's up to you, is what Spirit's trying to tell you here. That it's time for you to take note of what you've been doing and spending your time on, and what fraction of it is really based on what others have maybe impressed upon you, and what it is that you really want. And know this, that no matter what, everyone around you is going to love you no matter what. Even if you're like, well, I only became this because my dad said so, your dad's still going to love you. Your mom. So, you know, I mean, everyone's still going to care about you no matter what. They'll just be happy you found your thing. But they may have been trying to help you find your thing. You know, when we're young, we don't know exactly what we want to do. I know 40-year-olds that don't know what they want to do. Like right now, I had to tell a teenager that, well, you know, it's like an 18 or 19-year-old. I need to figure out what it is I want to do. I'm like, you know how many 40 and 50-year-olds don't know who they are yet? Don't be kick yourself and feel like you are behind in the world. There's no such thing as behind or ahead. It's about being and existing, you know. So either way, you could be dealing with a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius. Those are the main signs. We also have another Aries, Leo, as well, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. So you could be dealing with a Gemini Cancer cusp, or a Cancer Leo cusp. You have Libra Scorpio cusp, or Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.